Lights to give this really emotional tribute to him overnight. In a moment, we are going to speak with three witnesses who were in that grocery store, one risking his life to save others. But first, NBC's Aaron McLaughlin joins us from the scene with the very latest. Hey, Aaron, good morning.
Hoda, good morning. Authorities say this is a complex investigation. There's still much we do not know. Authorities have yet to disclose the identity of the man they currently have in custody. Also unclear what motivated him to drive to the supermarket and open fire.
Shots ringing out and panic setting in.
There's a shooter, active shooter. Get away. Get back.
Shoppers going through a normal afternoon.
We had to go to King Soopers to buy vanilla wafers.
I just nearly got killed for getting a soda, and a bag of chips.
That turned into a deadly scene.
And then he started towards us like, we could feel it, and we just kept going. He ran, and there was somebody laying in the road.
Multiple people down, so far one officer down.
The district attorney says the alleged shooter's in custody after 10 people were killed, including an 11-year veteran police officer.
We know of 10 fatalities at the scene, including one of our Boulder PD officers. Officer Talley responded to the scene, was the first on the scene, and he was fatally shot.
Overnight, Officer Talley's father telling NBC News his son was looking for a job to keep himself off of the front lines. He didn't want to put his family through something like this.
We have a report of shooting in progress. King Soopers.
Within minutes of the first shots, multiple law enforcement agencies rushed to the scene. Officers approaching the store, guns drawn, shoppers and staff scrambling to safety and helping others escape.
I turned back and went back to the exit, and we're just making sure that people are getting out.
But for some, it was too late.
I did witness two of my coworkers, two of my best friends get shot. They did lose their lives. There was such little time to react that, I just saw her get shot and fall, and that was all I could see.
Officers could be seen leading a man out of the store in handcuffs, blood on his leg. Police are not confirming if he's the suspected shooter, who is being treated for an injury at a local hospital. And while many shoppers escaped, Boulder is mourning the lives lost.
These were people going about their day, doing their food shopping, and their lives were cut abruptly and tragically short by the shooter.
A heartbreaking day ending with a solemn procession for the 51-year-old officer and father of 7, who lost his life while trying to save others.
The FBI is assisting in the ongoing investigation. The president was briefed at the White House in the overnight hours. Meanwhile, we are expecting an update from police in the next few hours. Hoda?
All right, Aaron, thank you so much. We are now joined by three people who were inside that grocery store when the gunman stormed in. Newlyweds, Nevin and Quinlan Sloan, just married a month and a half. They were just grocery shopping. And Logan Smith, who was there working at the Starbucks. Good morning to all of you. Logan, let me just start with you. I mean, you've had an overnight for this to kind of settle in. Just how are you doing this morning?
It's definitely been rough. I mean, waking up this morning, processing everything, it's definitely been hard. It's harder than it was yesterday, just thinking about the friends that I lost. I'm still trying to reach one of my other friends who hasn't responded back, so I don't know their situation. But yeah, just taking everything in is hard.
I'm so sorry for what y'all have been through. I was just trying to picture, you go to work on a regular day, a regular Monday, you're working at Starbucks. And when did you know, Logan, that there was trouble? What's the first sign you saw?
So about 2:28, a customer ran into the store, alerting me that there was an active shooter in the parking lot. I wasn't the smartest and ran outside to see what was actually going on, and then there was shooting. I ran back inside, immediately grabbed my phone and called 911. That was around 2:30, and then shooting began inside. and it was just immediate.
So he was shooting outside before he went in?
Yes.
And did you see him, how was he dressed?
I can't see well, so I couldn't provide further detail.
So you went inside, and the shooting continued inside. And you're a tall guy, I think. How tall are you? 6'3"?
6'5".
6'5". So you were trying to hide. Describe where you were and what was going on and what you were seeing.
So after I called 911, like I said, the shooting began. I immediately reacted, dropping the phone. I ran to my coworker, put her into a corner, put some trash cans to cover her, protect her. And then this is behind the Starbucks kiosk. That's where we were. And I was just trying to find somewhere to protect me. I ended up deciding to hide behind another trash can. Couldn't really protect me. I was definitely in a life-threatening situation if the shooter came to the kiosk.
Well, you certainly were, and I know 10 people died. 2 were your friends. Were they workers there? Were they just around?
They were coworkers, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Logan. I really am. I'd like to bring in the newlyweds, Nevin and Quinlan. You guys just went grocery shopping. I was just imagining that. You've been married a month and a half. You go in to make a meal. Y'all are in different parts of the grocery store. Quinlan, tell me the first thing you saw and heard.
So yeah, Nevin and I separated just because Nevin likes to go to the grocery store and get out pretty quickly. So we went to get mushrooms and I was like over by the milk, and the first thing I heard was the first like bang. And I don't know, but like my first thought didn't like go to it being a shooter. And so I like didn't react right away because it was pretty muffled the first like 2 because they were outside. And then it got louder and there was like a bunch of bangs in a row. And then that's when Nevin walked up to me. And I think, yeah, that's when I was like, okay, this is serious.
Yeah, Nevin, you guided her outside, and I think most people probably would have stayed outside, away from the danger. But then you did something that I thought was surprising and beautiful. You ran back in. Why did you do that?
I didn't run back in. I want to clear for that, but I don't know. I just felt God compel me to go back, and there's another guy that was sitting by the emergency exit, and his name was Michael, and he was really sweet and really brave, and there were 2 older women that were trying to get out, and yeah, I just wanted to go back and help them and help Michael get those 2 ladies out, so.
It's pretty powerful in that moment because there are survival instincts that kick in often in something like this, but there's something greater than that. Quinlan, when you finally saw him come back, I mean, that must have been a reunion you were waiting for.
Yeah, definitely. Once getting behind like a building, I started crying because I was like, he's running like, everyone in the crowd is running away, and my husband is of like a month and a half is running like towards it, and that's totally his like heart. And he just loves people in that way. But then when seeing him again, just like holding all of his random groceries, I was just so excited to be facing him.
Quinlan, if you were wondering, did I pick the right guy? You sure did. No question about that. And let me just